For the course code, rationale of the course, aircraft structure repair is core knowledge in aviation industry, which relate to the structure engineer scope of work. The knowledge is essential for the graduate to perform normal tasks. For example, aircraft structure design concept, structure loading deformation, damage characterizations, and inspection requirement and design of repair. So this aircraft structure repair course is designed for the graduate who are focused on becoming structure engineer. When you go out and graduate, you may have the potential to be working with the aircraft as technical services, and you are the mechanical, you have background in mechanical, you may end up as technical services in design for aircraft structure. Or you may end up working for the OEM, Boeing, Airbus, Piper, whoever manufactured the aircraft as structure engineer, because the knowledge that you have from here and the skill that you have from here able you to design, analyze structure, and most importantly to calculate the factor safety. If you have taken your mechanical material, is one of the important aspect of what you need to learn in mechanics material is calculating the factor safety. Okay, this semester 6 year 3, and we have lecture 44 hours and practical 0, and others is 10. So 120 hours independent learning, non face-to-face total, and we have this complete hours. Now the lecture will be online, no practical. And the course outcome, after going through these courses, what you get, you must able to describe various aircraft structure design and construction. So before you are doing the analysis, before you doing inspection on the structure, you need to understand the structure construction. For this class, we focus more on metallic structure. So you need to understand how the aircraft structure being constructed, and you also need to understand all the various components making up those structure constructions. And by having the knowledge, you are able to design the repair according to the structure component, function, and also complexity. And most importantly, you need to understand how the load being transferred through the structure component and how the structure component carries the load. By having that understanding, you are able to design the structure repair. And to perform inspection of aircraft structure and identify structure defect based on the limitation given in the approved manual. We do not have this practically because the work they perform, you have to perform visually. We will give you a few examples of a defect problem, and we teach you how to look at that problem, and also there is assignment for you to identify the damage. So you need to see videos and photos for the item number 2. Perform in this aspect will be virtual because we don't have the aircraft with us. 3. Design, repair of the structure defect based on the concept and limitation from aircraft manual. So for us in the aviation industry, we are blessed because everything that we do, we need to follow the books, and the books are there for us for the reference. Mean that in aircraft industry, we cannot be the champion and then we think that we know everything. How much you know, how long you've been working on the aircraft, we still need to refer to the books the aircraft manufacturer publish many manuals, and the manuals are the reference for us to work on the aircraft, to repair, to inspect, even to do a detailed work like machining, uh, grinding, drilling holes, cutting. Those are given. Those information are given in the manuals, aircraft manuals. There are aircraft structure manual, there are aircraft maintenance manuals, component overhaul manual, component repair manuals, operation manual, process manual. So those are published by the OEM, and OEM will give those manual to the buyer, the operator of the aircraft. 3. Design repair of the structure defect based on the concept and limitation. Okay, so that I'm doing the 3. So, and each manual also there is already concept repair. They have list of repair concept or example repair with respective of the such a component. So like I said again, it's easier for us in aviation industry because we can refer to the book. If you don't refer to the book, you are non-compliant to the requirement. So you need to refer to the book. However, the book gives you only a certain area to work on and certain repair concept. So you need to explore to apply the concept repair and also to improvise for us to be able to develop a proper repair design for that, for the defect, for the damage. Number 4, develop repair instruction. So once you have designed the repair, you need to analyze the repair, and most importantly, at the end, you need to determine the factor of safety of your repair. Then after completed, you have satisfied the repair is good based on your design, based on your analysis. Then you have to write instruction for the repair to be embodied to the aircraft. So that's 4. So you need to write set of instruction how to embody the repair to the aircraft. That is the outcome, and this outcome is some skill that we expected you need to have for you to work on the aircraft as technical service engineer structure or even structure design engineer for doing new structure design. Okay, now on the assessment, we have quizzes 25%, 20%, assignment 25%, midterm 15%, final exam 40%. So that is how you need to score. And like I said again earlier, there are some people fail the class because they failed to submit the assignment. They have not done quizzes, not completed the quizzes, and some also missed the midterm, even though we call them to redo. They failed to answer, then we have no choice, but because not enough marks for them to pass the course. So if you are smart enough, you know from that calculation, you have 60%. Before you enter to the final, I think for this course to pass is 50%, if I'm not mistaken. Then you see before the final, if you're doing good, you are able to already pass the course, or at least 2 or 3 points before passing the course. Then we have chapter, what we will cover. We cover first introduction. Introduction, we go back to the review of the mechanics of material, especially on the understanding of loads. What are loads? What kind of loads that we have, and how those loads been translated to aircraft structure, and how stresses are calculated for each load. 2 is general structure design, where we learn the structure, the concept, design concept of the aircraft. We learn about the primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and we learn about the design concept, fail safe, safe life, damage tolerant of the aircraft structure. Then we learn about design requirement, how we certify the aircraft according to the airworthiness requirement, and I will also give you some highlight and some showing you some example of the requirement to certify the aircraft. And also we go a bit on understanding if about the design organization. Design organization is an organization approved to design and certify the repair by the authority. In our case is the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia. And then we also give you some information on Aviation Certification Authority, because as you've been working on the civil aircraft, you have to deal with this agency when you doing structure repair, design analysis, and embodiment of the repair. You need to deal with FAA, CAA. Now DCA becomes CAA. FAA, EASA. CAA is our country authority. FAA is authority for most of the Boeing aircraft, and EASA is authority for most of the Airbus aircraft, all Airbus aircraft. So we have most of us. We have most aircraft operators in Malaysia having FAA US aircraft or Boeing Airbus aircraft, which is from EASA. Then we learn on the construction method, how we construct the aircraft. There are parts, there are material, composite material, there is metallic material, how you rivet them together, how you assemble them together, and how you put the coating to prevent environmental effects. So we learn on that chapter 3, construction methods. Aircraft structure component, we learn on each structure component, just the feature, not in detail, the feature, what is doors, what is frame, what is empennage, what is vertical supervisor, horizontal supervisor, wing, all those structure component. We learn the basic philosophy of how the structure work, because if you see damage, you will be able to determine how those structure been loaded, how the load transferred to the structure. 5, inspection and alignment assembly check. We don't have the physical aircraft, we don't have the physical activity. We will do it by simulation virtually. We will give you example video or photos, and you can work on it. Aircraft manual, we also introduce you all aircraft manual, what aircraft manual available for you. And because you need to understand those manual are available for you when you do design or the repair, when you repair the aircraft, those manual need to be referred for you to get the repair approved by the authority. Design repair, we have 2 weeks, 2 sections, 7 and 8 design repair. So here in the design repair 1, design repair 2, we will do the design and repair in detail. We do the sample, we do the concept repair, and we do a proper sketch how the concept repair need to be shown in form of the sketch for the mechanics to be able to understand your repair concept. And then we go on analyzing the load. What are the load that has been lost? What load has been recovered? And also we need to, from the load, we also need to calculate the stresses of the repair, each part component area of the repair, and from there we compare with the material strength. And for the repair to be approved, the repair to be satisfied, you need to assure the stresses from the load on the repair will be less than the material strength. So we have to have 50% margin at least. Instruction of continuing airworthiness, as you do the repair, as you develop the repair need to be re-inspected, need to be reviewed. The repair may continue, the repair may not be good, the damage may continue. We want to address those problems, we want to make sure the problem will not occur, and we have to determine the instruction for continuing airworthiness, how to make sure the repair is good throughout the aircraft operations. 11, repair approval, how to get the repair approval. The repair, like I say again, the repair is the design change of the aircraft structure. Whatever you do, repair is introducing design change. You change the design, and then you have to, any changes to aircraft structure design will have to be approved, and this is the process how to get the repair approved by the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia. And 11 in service difficulty reporting for the repair. If the repair need to be controlled, we just know what we know. We may just also assume the load as we know, and all those may have not really correct, and the defect may continue. You will not address the problem properly. Then you need to monitor the repair. If any issue of continuing crack or punctured continue, which is not able to address by the repair doubler, and we have to have a system where we need to study those continuous problem. And then repair monitoring, we need to repair the monitor the repair, and we need to continuously inspect the repair. So we learn how to determine the inspection limitation and repair in chapter 12.